Caitlin Clark versus Paige Beckers, this year's #1 overall draft pick, and the player that everybody's been trying to say was the next Caitlin Clark.
Man, I think we're trying to figure it out. You're right, we've had double-digit leads going into the fourth, and then we just let it slip. And so for us, we got to be better from top to bottom.
1 minute ago, the WNBA world was turned upside down, and it wasn't because of a buzzer beater or a record-breaking stat line. This time, it came from inside the locker room. In a jaw-dropping leak that's already setting social media on fire, Phoenix Mercury's Sophie Cunningham has spilled what she calls the real story about Caitlin Clark's integration into the Indiana Fever and what's allegedly been happening behind those tightly sealed locker room doors. The league's rookie sensation might be dazzling fans on the court, but according to Cunningham, it's a very different vibe off the court. And it's not pretty. The leak came during a private group video call that was never supposed to see the light of day, but a screen-recorded clip somehow made its way online, and in just a few hours it has gone viral. In the clip, Cunningham, known for her no-nonsense style and outspoken takes, doesn't hold back. "I'll be real," she says, laughing mid-conversation. "There's a lot going on in that Fever locker room. Let's just say, not everyone is thrilled about Caitlin being the golden girl." That one sentence was all it took. Instantly, the WNBA fan base erupted. Was it jealousy? Was it locker room politics? Was it resentment toward the media circus that follows Caitlin Clark everywhere she goes? According to Cunningham, it's all of the above. "She's a baller," Cunningham admits. No one's denying that.
We have to have better energy, better focus, and at the end of the day, like, we've shown that we can do it. It's all about consistency.
This is a nightmare for them because they could have been staring at what potentially would have been for their network, a ratings-breaking game.
But when someone walks in and the whole league starts acting like she invented basketball, yeah, people are going to talk. Then came the juiciest part. Sophie hinted that certain Indiana veterans are feeling not just overshadowed, but outright disrespected. You've got players who've been grinding for years, and suddenly the cameras don't even see them. It's the Caitlin show 24/7. That rubs people the wrong way. If true, it confirms what many fans and insiders have been speculating for weeks, that behind the bright lights and sellout arenas, tension is bubbling inside the Indiana Fever locker room, and Caitlin Clark is at the center of it. Within minutes of the leak hitting Twitter, #FeverDrama started trending. Some fans rushed to defend Caitlin, calling the veterans bitter and jealous. Others praised Sophie for finally saying what others were too scared to. And then there were those who simply couldn't believe what they were hearing, because it was confirming every rumor they'd brushed off as tabloid noise.
Clark missed her 6th game of the season on Thursday, and we all know how that nightmare turned out, an 85-75 home loss to the Sparks.
Man, I mean, they were running a play where little brush screen at the bottom. They're tall, you know. We try to go small ball, but again, at some point we got to take ownership.
But it didn't stop there. Cunningham didn't just talk about tension, she detailed specific incidents. In one clip, she claimed a heated confrontation took place after a recent loss. One of the vets straight up told Caitlin, "You're not above this team." And let's just say, it wasn't well received. That moment, if it happened, is seismic. It means Indiana Fever's chemistry might not just be off, it could be fracturing. And Caitlin Clark? She hasn't responded. Not yet. Her camp has remained completely silent as the media frenzy explodes around her. But insiders say she's aware of the leak and shaken by it. And who wouldn't be? Having your teammates' unfiltered feelings aired out by a rival in front of millions isn't just humiliating, it's dangerous to a rookie's career and mental game. Sophie didn't stop at locker room drama. She also hinted at a divide between players who support Caitlin and those who feel she's been handed too much, too fast.
We're trying to give each other grace and patience, but at some point you gotta dig in and say enough is enough.
That the locker room, that Sophie literally says, there's a little thing going on in the locker room.
"There are cliques forming," she said. "Some players are riding with her, others aren't. That's never good for a team dynamic." That kind of locker room split can be poison. And in a high-stakes league like the WNBA, where chemistry and trust are everything, it could mean the difference between a playoff push and a complete collapse. What's especially damning is the timing. The Fever had just started to show signs of rhythm. Clark was beginning to find her footing. And now, just as the team's trajectory seemed to be stabilizing, this leak could implode everything. Coaches are reportedly furious. Fever management has issued no official comment, but behind closed doors, sources say there's talk of disciplinary discussions and a crackdown on team confidentiality.
He does allude to something like that. I'm not sure Sophie meant for it to come out like that, but it's something I have suspected for a while.
We're going to be better from it. We're going to learn from it. It's going to make us tougher, but we have to flip that switch. It's getting to this the part of the season where we can't just be like, hey, like next game. No, like we got to make the correction and do it quick.
Meanwhile, other WNBA players are chiming in, some backing Cunningham, others calling her out. Brittany Griner posted a cryptic message: "Some things are better handled in-house." Aja Wilson wrote simply, "Y'all messy." But it was Kelsey Plum's reaction that struck deepest. "We've all had rookies come in with hype. It's on vets to lead, not leak." Ouch. That last line hit hard and fans took notice. Is Sophie Cunningham stirring the pot out of concern? Or is she enjoying the spotlight at Caitlin's expense? Intentions aside, one thing is clear: the damage is done. The WNBA is watching. Coaches, execs, and team owners are suddenly on high alert. Media outlets are picking sides. Analysts are rewriting their narratives, and every future Indiana Fever press conference just got 10 times more awkward.
I gotta box out. I gotta get into her legs. She's tall, but that can't be my excuse, right? Like I gotta outwork her, and so I have to be better in that area. And I'll learn, and I will be better.
Where these young ladies differ in how they handle or how their preferences in their personal lives, and the locker room is divided.
Trust has been breached, and for a league that's built on the sisterhood of elite athletes, this kind of drama could ripple far beyond one team. The biggest question now is, how will Caitlin Clark respond? Will she go public and defend herself? Will she confront the vets? Will she stay silent and focus on ball? Every option has consequences. Every move will be dissected. For now, the Fever locker room is a pressure cooker, and everyone is waiting for it to explode. Sophie Cunningham might have just lit the match.